Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Echoes of Mana video, and we're going to be talking about Popoi today. Remember when I was salty about getting so many Popoi? Well, I'm not salty anymore, because he does a lot of damage. He does a lot of damage, even though I don't have the best gear. I'm working on it, working on getting better gear, but I just thought to make this video now, to you guys understanding. Just look how much he can get, how strong he can get with not even much equipment at all. And I don't have another fire person to put into his team with him. Hopefully, maybe eventually I will be able to do that. But for now, he's stuck without a bonus. But even without the bonus, he's dealing a lot of damage. I'm doing upwards of 6k to 11k on his exploder. So let's look at his skills here. Overhead flung is definitely a decent ability. You want to save up your MP sometimes, and you want to charge up the overhead fling by just normal attacking. It's an easy, safe way because he's a ranged attacker. Ranged attackers are OP in this game, so you can just swing your boomerang a few times, and then you get this overhead fling, and it's a really nice AoE. It's a straight line, but it's an AoE attack basically. And most enemies, if you provoke them, I mean, if you aggro them closer to you, you can get them lined up for this ability. That's why it's so good. And of course, the main damage here is Exploder with Mana Sprite being activated. I would recommend only using Mana Sprite on the last wave. Don't use it on the first one unless you're doing like really hard content, because it does cost 30 MP, and you don't have a lot of MP to use in most cases. So just use this on the last wave, then use Exploder to the maximum. Just spam it, and it kills everything basically. And so yeah, I think that he's very strong. Yeah, he's very powerful, and as you can see here with my MP, I can actually cast quite a few Exploders. That's good. I won't be able to cast an infinite amount, and my mana boards are looking pretty good. I got almost all of them done, but obviously I need more stuff first. But he has 6k power, which is where I would need to be to fight that very hard. I did beat the very hard with some friends in my Discord. Make sure you join the Discord if you haven't already for more content and stuff like that. Anyways, yeah, so this card here is pretty good. It's a 4-star card. Okay, let me click on it. And Mega Spirit damage 30%, pretty good, because if you let him do it, it's going to do quite a bit of damage. So I think that's a pretty good card. I wish I had more of them to get that 30% even higher, but it does have some good stats on it because it's a 4-star card, of course. So that definitely helps out. You don't need it. It's just a nice addition. All right, here's the floor 20 boss. We'll just showcase that on him. You know, he's weak against water. Well, you just fire on him. Why not? So here's my Popoi. As I said, I don't have a fire person to put with him, unfortunately. So that's a little sad. But we also have Sumo here, and we also have my Randy that I'm using. I'm kind of stuck with him now. I mean, he was really good as a reroll to start the game off with, but now he's kind of falling off because you can see he's a 4-star with not much power because he doesn't have very much gear. So he's the weak link pretty much. Popoi is going to be dealing the most damage. I'm assuming most of them are going to either fall, faint, or whatever, but Popoi will be strong enough, so let's get into it. Alright, so this is, they say the story boss plays probably a lot harder. And so we're going to swap the Popoi right away and aggro him over. I want him to come closer to us, and then I can walk around. We'll use Mana Sprite, because we're going to need the extra damage since we are he's strong against our element. As you can see, I'm still doing 4k, 6k damage, even though he's weak against water and not fire. I just did 10. Oh my god, I just did 20k damage with that ability. You see that card is coming in handy. This is how much damage Popoi could do, guys. Oh, oops. That's not gonna do very much. But you guys can see, even though he's basically strong against my element that I'm using, it doesn't matter. And overhead flung is decent ability as well, as you can see there. Knocked him down. Now, this is great. This is a great showcase here, guys. Against someone who's pretty much strong against fire, he's getting wrecked. Like, he has no chance. He had literally no chance. I'm doing 6k, 7k, 8k. I was doing 21k with the Gauge ability. No chance. Absolutely no chance. I ran out of MP, but it doesn't matter. What does it matter if I run out of MP if it's the end anyways, right? So, literally the only one that compares basically to Popoi, even close, is Angela, and maybe Riez. If you can get her maxed out, she might do it a little decent amount if you have the win card. If you have the win card, she might actually be decent, but no one compares to Popoi in terms of burst damage and everything. It's crazy damage. Get his MP up. My recommendation, get his MP up, get his int up, and go crazy, go crazy. And my recommendations in terms of builds, of course, is to use the int build in the second part, and probably the con build in the first part of the gear here. I'll show you. So my gear is not the best, but I would recommend going for the Menos build here in terms of they're only level 1. I'm trying to get better stuff, guys. Anyways, I would go the Menos build here for the equipment on the armor part. And I would recommend going the Maple part, of course, on the other part. I honestly feel like the int is stronger than having some more MP. Yeah, you'll be able to cast it more often, but it'll be a little bit weaker. I'd rather for someone who has a huge burst potential like Popoi to hit harder than hit more, if you get what I mean. So the int build is going to be huge. 18% int on the increase of 3 out of 3, and if you're able to get more int out of these, unfortunately mine's lacking a little bit. This one's actually not too bad. I get 18 int out of that. I'd rather percentage, but it's decent. It's decent. Some MP in there as well, and then the boots. I would like seeing this on a 4-star boots, but it's decent as well. So that's it, guys. That's it for the showcase. Popoi is very powerful, and if you got Popoi from the ticket or during pulls, don't be salty anymore, because now you know that Popoi is going to be a very strong damage deal for you guys. And like I said, I don't have Angela, but I've seen her in co-op. She is really strong as well. If you have Angela and you maxed her out already and she's all good, then you're probably set too. I just don't think she really compares to Popoi's super mega damage. And also, he's very durable. As you can see there, I almost have 2k HP, which is very powerful. Pretty good. On top of everything else that he does, and I would say the number 1 Popoi, number 2 Angela, number 3 and number 2.5 Riez, and the rest are just okay. Samoy is definitely a good damage dealer / healer. I would treat Samoy as like a backup healer / crowd controller, because his attack is an AoE attack, which is quite good, and it helps him dash in and hit enemies more often. But that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about Popoi. So that's it, guys. That's it for the video. Appreciate you guys watching. Popoi, what a curse of fortune that was. That I got 2 Popois. What a curse of fortune. Anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. If you want to help support the channel, make sure you click the like button. Make sure you click the subscribe button. Sorry. And if you want to help support the channel even further, click the join button or click the thanks button. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.